Good morning. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. As we're doing an update to the Tucker Carlson story, saga, whatever you want to call it. So, about a week later, I'm a little late behind all this stuff because, I got a lot going on, and this channel's not making me any money, and the other channel's not making me any money, so I'm just recording video after video and putting them out there, doing the best we can with everything else so we get all the facts right. But Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox because of what a woman did, reported sexual harassment, and Fox wasn't in there. So this is Tucker Carlson's statement after the fact, after he decided to get his home camera out and do the recording after, so he could see what his fan base was, and it's pretty good. He's got 3 million viewers on just this little clip that we're about to play. And be careful, because this little clip points out a lot of things, and it takes a lot of shots at people that have been giving him problems. Liars, feminists, you name it. He's taking shots at them with this video. Yeah, so here you go. Let's see what you got, what he's got going. Let's see what Tucker Carlson has to say, and then we'll get it further into the story.
One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people who really care about what's true, and a bunch of hilarious people also. A lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all.
Here we go.
War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state.
It does.
That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last.
Right.
They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink, and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
See you soon. So
it's everything you wish for.
Shut up, you stupid thing. So he's saying see you soon. That means, that's the end of that, by the way. That means that he's planning something after he gets past with his lawsuit and all that. So he's going to go private, and he'll be able to really let something go, let it go. Now, I've got something else for Tucker Carlson on CNN. We'll go ahead and talk about in a few minutes. Let's see, did I do that right? I hope so. If not, we'll just put something in there to do it. Paste. No. Okay, so anyway, we heard from what Tucker Carlson had to say. Now here in a few minutes, we're going to talk about we're going to see what CNN happened with Tucker Carlson and the ratings. And I had one more. I don't think I still have it, where they interviewed, I think I lost it, but, you know, yeah, I think I lost it, where they interviewed CBS. Maybe I still got it, but I had it. So where they interviewed the woman that caused problems for Tucker Carlson, and she said it was a harmful workplace. It was hard for her to work with Tucker Carlson. They wanted too much from her. You know, basically all the feminists speaking, I don't want to work, but I want to get paid type of ideology. And she said she's the one that complained, you know, amongst, now that Tucker Carlson had problems with the facts, telling the truth. When they had that lawsuit that Fox settled, they didn't have to settle, but they did settle. They did settle on the price for the Dominion voting machines, which Tucker Carlson was actually right. He did the research on that. But, you know, she came out and sued him for harassment, sexual harassment, or complained about him, you know, and anytime they want somebody out, the Democrats throw a woman at him, whether he did anything or not, it didn't matter. He got the woke cancel culture, whatever else you want to call feminist bullshit thrown at him. You know, this is the reason why men can't keep jobs, especially when they don't like us or like what you have to say. Chewy, I couldn't even get a job there. I'm a wrong color, wrong sex, and I don't agree with them. You know, all I wanted was a part-time job there. They've got too many problems to deal with, so I won't even be going back there again. But we tried anyway, so that's all that matters. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and see what CNN has to say about Tucker Carlson, because the ratings at Fox News and Tucker Carlson's spot dropped by 75%, the latest polls, and this isn't the latest video, but hoping this one's the one that's got the interview with the broad that was responsible for getting Tucker Carlson kicked off his own show, which is going to be something that he's gonna go do, because, you know, people got kicked off the show. They go over to the Blaze, they make more money, and they reach more people, and they don't have anybody restraining what they can say. And, you know, Tucker Carlson was smart. He's got copies of the Capitol videos that he had copies for himself because he was working at home. So the rest of the story on January 6th is going to come out. And so Tucker Carlson, you know, he's fighting the lawsuits right now to get his pension, and that woman that complained about him, and hopefully she gets lost and loses lots of money over this one. And that's what we need to start doing across the board. Everybody needs to start suing these women for discrimination and false complaints and all that. Make them responsible for their own actions, because the businesses, corporations, are not going to do that. Maybe Bud Light will after this media debacle, but doubtful. They're just going to go under. See ya, Budweiser. We're going to kill you. Anyway, so let's see what CNN has to say about Tucker Carlson, and then
additional documents to Smartmatic, that's the voting technology company, suing the right-wing network for $2.7 billion over its promotion of Trump's lies about the 2020 presidential election. CNN's Oliver Darcy is digging into all of this for us. Oliver, what are you learning about these documents?
That's right. Well, Fox News agreeing to turn over additional documents on Fox chairman Rupert Murdoch, as well as other top executives, as part of Smartmatic's $2.7 billion lawsuit against the right-wing talk channel. Fox lawyers saying in court today that they will be turning these documents over as soon as possible. And this comes after the judge broadened discovery in the case and said that he wanted Fox to turn over additional documents as well, documents related to the 2020 ratings and documents related to the internal fact-checking team that Fox News had in place. This comes after Smartmatic accused Fox, or said that they were noticing gaps in discovery process, and so they were asking the judge for these documents. Fox, for its part, they're saying that they've complied fully with the discovery process, and that they've turned over more than 30,000 documents already as part of this case. And they're also saying that they believe that they will win in a trial which is set at this point for early 2025. Wolf.
Oliver, I know you've also been looking at the ratings for Fox's 8 p.m. Eastern hour after Tucker Carlson's dismissal. That was the hour he used to have his show on Fox.
Right.
A really astonishing ratings decline after Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News in the 8 p.m. hour. Wolf, last night in the 8 p.m. hour in the key advertiser coveted 25 to 54 demo, Fox News suffered the lowest ratings it has had, or delivered the lowest ratings it has had since pre-9/11. I mean, that's a really astonishing feat for the network after losing Carlson. And what we're also noticing, and this is what set alarm bells off after the 2020 election among Fox executives, is that their competitor, Newsmax, a much smaller competitor, but a competitor nonetheless in the space, they're seeing an incredible surge in the ratings at the same time. So while Fox is dipping, Newsmax is up almost 4 or 5 times the ratings they were posting before Tucker Carlson was fired. And so I imagine that Fox executives are looking at this, and they're probably a little unnerved at the moment at what they're seeing. Whether this trend holds up, we'll wait and see, but it's definitely something that people are paying close attention to over at the Avenue of America's headquarters for Fox News.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Oliver Darcy, thank you very much. Let's continue the conversation. Joining me now, Jerry Filipatos. He's the attorney for the former Fox producer, Abby Grossberg, who's actually filed a pair of lawsuits against Fox alleging sexism and accusing the company of coercing her into giving misleading testimony. Jerry, thanks once again for joining us. I know your client, Abby, says she has, 90 audio tapes from her time over at Fox. She's been subpoenaed in the Smartmatic case. I know that. Will you actually turn those tapes over to Smartmatic?
Approximately 90 tapes. Wolf, we're still in the process of going through them all. And we have already received the subpoena from Smartmatic, and we intend to be fully cooperative with that subpoena. I will just note on what Oliver just said. My short-term memory is not that great given my age, but I remember a couple of weeks ago, Fox said something similar about believing that it was going to win the Dominion lawsuit, and then it settled it for $787 million. I also remember that Fox took a ridiculous position for which it was excoriated by the judge in Delaware, Judge Davis, that Rupert Murdoch was not, in fact, in an operative role in the Fox News operation, and that's what caused a hearing to lead to the appointment of a special master. That and the evidence that we submitted in that lawsuit, and it's only after that experience that Fox seems to be singing a new tune today.
I know you've already released part of a tape involving a conversation with Senator Ted Cruz and Fox host Maria Bartiromo, in which Cruz outlined his plan to delay certification of the 2020 presidential election. Cruz tweeted this about that, and let me read it.
Oh, here you go.
It's up on the screen. This MSNBC is breathlessly
I don't think this has
reporting
much
that I secretly said in a phone call the exact same thing I said on national television the next morning, and then said again on the Senate floor 4 days later. How do you respond to Senator Cruz?
All right, I don't think any more of this video is necessary, because it's not really going into what we were talking about. It's going into Dominion voting and the lawsuits that Fox News is under. It's not video that I was hoping it was, where that woman that accused Tucker Carlson of sexual harassment or harassment was there. in the video. They did interview her, and I thought I had a clip of it, but it must have been taken down because, it's not there no more, and I can't find it. It's not in the bookmarks where I had it set up. Yeah, so we'll have to go on with something else to see what we got. Anyway, so Jen Perry makes disturbing claim about relationship during briefing. Okay, let's see what she has to say. This is another Fox Business News. It's something to do with the White House Republican. So let's put it on and see what happens, and maybe they'll give us something to talk about. Maybe it's just a waste of time. Oh, this is about Title 42. Never mind. We're going to cut that out and do it for the next one. So anyway, that was the end of that Fox News. The craziness that happened over at Fox News with Tucker Carlson is people are still trying to sort it out, but Fox News isn't really much worth watching. That Tucker Carlson's not on their show. Wherever he goes is going to get more ratings, more followers, more viewers, because unlike most hosts, Tucker Carlson's going to be able to take his host with him, or his followers with him, because all he's got to do is just come back on the air and they'll find him real quick. Anyway, so that's that. And then so we'll talk to you on the next one, and we'll see what happens then.